And it came with, if I can find it, this fancy smanchy thing, which is a shock absorber thingamabobber, a shock mount. That's what it's called. That's the word I was looking for. It's a shock mount, and it just basically keeps everything stable. Unfortunately, you see, this is the thing this is what I usually have to stand up my microphone, and it unscrews here. Yeah, let's see if I can, no, it won't work while the microphone's in, but it unscrews right here, and then the shock mount will go on top of it like that, and then I'll put the microphone in there. But this thing is way too short for the shock mount, so I have to get another attachment for it until I can properly use the shock mount. And then I also got this with it, which is a pop filter. For instance, I can sit here and go or it filters out all the pops and sizz and things like that. Okay. Okay, next question I'm going to take is, do you find it hard to believe this is the last episode ever? What to do to make this machinima? It's kind of hard to believe this is the last episode I'm going to make. You know, I wanted to finish up the Lost chapters and get the 4th episode remake out, but I decided that as soon as I release this, it's all going to be over, and I'm just going to stop making anything related to Grand Brawl. So, you know, I started it 3 years ago. Grand Brawl is what originally got me into machinima. I stuck a webcam up to my freaking TV 3 years ago and started filming. It's actually been a little bit over 3 years. And I went into it not having any kind of a plan or a story or anything, and just kind of around episode 4, I figured, hey, you know, I better start writing some kind of grand scheme in here. So after episode 4, I went and wrote every single episode. Originally, episode 11 and 12 were quite a bit different, and I rewrote those more towards the end. All right, let's look for another question. Will I make another machinima after this? Yeah, of course. I'm not done with Brawl Machinima at all. I mean, I've still got my shorts I'm going to make, and I definitely have another series I'm going to make. And hey, there's still Melee Days. That's not done yet. I'm going to try and make that about 8 episodes long. It's not supposed to be very long. It's just supposed to explain the backstory of Grand Brawl. And I do consider it totally separate from Grand Brawl because, well, you'll just have to wait for the story to find out about that. What anime music inspires me to make the intro? Pretty much anything that sounds really catchy and awesome. You know, Rolling Star by Yui was really cool, and I've been watching Black Cat, which was the very first opening for the remake episodes, and I've been watching that a lot, and I love the opening song for that, so I was like, you know, I'm going to make something for that. Alright, hold on, stop typing for just a second. I'm going to go and look through these questions here, because there was a bunch of them. I'll take this one. Why did I change to voice acting? I don't really understand that question, but I'm guessing you're asking why I started voice acting. I've always loved voice acting. It's awesome. I've always loved acting. I've been in plays for as long as I remember. I haven't been any recently, but I've always loved acting, always loved anime, so voice acting was kind of a given for me to try. All right, I'm going to look for another question. All right, the next 2 questions I'm going to cover is, what were your inspirations for Grand Brawl, and what is your main, which I assume is who is your main in Smash Brothers. So my inspirations for making Grand Brawl were, believe it or not, Brawlgasm. Totally not serious, off-the-wall comedy Brawl Machinima. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one, but Guitar Master X7 made it, and it was really funny. I found it hilarious, so I was like, I really want to make a Brawl Machinima, but comedy's not really my style, so I'll make something else. So Brawlgasm was my inspiration. And also, The Last Terror was also an inspiration for me, and I just really been wanting to make that style of a show for a long time. I really didn't know it was called Machinima. I was just like, hey, I really want to make a show with Smash Brothers because I love Nintendo. And what is my main? In Smash 64, I main Link because I don't know how to play anybody else. In Super Smash Bros. Melee, I main Fox, Sheik, Link and Marth. But my Marth and my Fox and my Sheik are by far my best characters. I go to tournaments and I'm always going Fox and Sheik. Rarely do I go Link in tournaments because he's just bad, unfortunately. Okay, go down a little bit further. Are you overall happy with the series as a whole? Would you change anything? I would change a lot. I would change a whole lot about this series because, as I said, I was just kind of making this stuff up as I went along. In a way, like at episode 4, I just started writing stuff. And originally, there's no harm in telling you guys now, originally in the episode 11 script, at the gate, Peach betrayed everybody and kind of knocked them all out. And not everybody was there. I think it was Link and Kirby were there with Peach, and she kind of backstabbed them in the original script. So a lot changed, and a lot more should have changed. There's a lot of continuity errors that I would have liked to do right the first time. Alright, going. How is Grand Brawl so epic? I don't know. I don't know. Ask somebody else. Let's see. Did I originally plan for the 12th episode as the last episode, or did I have other plans? Well, I really didn't know how far to go with it, but I basically was like, you know what? I can't stretch this story out very long because I didn't think it out very well. So, because like I said, there's continuity errors in it, and I kind of made it up as I went along, so I was like, I'll just get it to episode 12, and I'll end it all there, you know, and if there's going to be a second season, then so be it. But, I mean, there's not going to be a second season. Hope I didn't get any hopes up and then crush your spirits right there, because there's not going to be a second season. Okay. Hold on. Next question by Leap Fox. Bug. Oh, wait. Nope. I already read that one. Haha. What character is my favorite in Brawl? Peach, I guess, because I main her. Will the show end with the main hero and the lead villain solving the dispute with a dance-off? Well, I don't like to give out spoilers, but you got me. It's going to end up like that. In fact, it's going to be a duet and a musical piece. So, do I think anime openings for Machinima is overdone? Yes, it's incredibly overdone. But not if you do it right. For example, if you guys have ever heard of Angel Glory, go check out his new opening for his Machinima upcoming called Broken. It's a very good example of getting an anime open in Machinima done right. How did I make Roy appear in Brawl? Early up in the episodes, I did Chroma King from Melee, which was really hard because I had to just go to the Game & Watch stage and Chroma Key from there. Or wait, no, I had an action replay at that time. So early on, it was Chroma Key and Melee, and then later it was Texture Hacks, and then it was Vertex Hacks, and it just kind of progressed as the show has gone along. And there's actually a perfect Melee Roy model now that I could put in Brawl. But for the sake of continuity, which I don't have much of, I decided to go with the model that I'd used at the beginning of episode 12. Okay. I saw a question that's asked who my favorite voice actor was in Grand Brawl. Well, I don't like to brag, but me. I am absolutely my favorite voice actor in Grand Brawl. No, honestly, I don't have a favorite. I'm really grateful that all the voice actors in Grand Brawl have lent their voices to the show for however long they have. There was a lot of people voicing that I felt honored. I felt blessed to have them voicing for my characters. Like Shard Spider voicing for DDD. He did an awesome job. You know, Peach playing Rena Chan, Kaiser Neko of Dragon Ball Z Abridged voiced Marth and Wolf. So, you know, and Megami was voicing Pikachu. They were like all my voice actors. I'm really grateful to all of them, and you know, they're all awesome. Okay. Looking for the next questions. If anyone in Hollywood could voice a character in Grand Brawl, who would it be? Huh. Anyone in Hollywood? Alright, well, first I'll go ahead and say if there was anyone in the anime industry I would pick to voice, it would probably be Johnny on Bosch. That guy is awesome. But anyone in the Hollywood industry? I don't know. Patrick Stewart. I would pick Patrick Stewart, hands down. Okay. Do you use special channels for your hacks? Yeah, I do. I have the homebrew channel installed, and I actually have a hard drive installed with ISOs on it, which I ripped from my collection of games. I don't pirate. So, yes, I've got so many hacks. Okay. Which character in Grand Brawl do you enjoy playing the most? Alright, let's see. Thus far, in Grand Brawl, I have played Lucario, Falcon, Blood Falcon, Mario, and Roy. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And I gotta say, I really enjoy playing Falcon. I just really enjoy going into the deep voice. Yes! Captain Falcon! It's pretty awesome. Roy's a lot closer to my regular voice. When I do Roy, it's just kind of doing this, but with an attitude. I kind of talk to you like you got a problem with me, and that I've got a problem with you. It's pretty much, that's how I do Roy. You know, I don't have this kind of bassy thing going. I heighten it up a little bit. But Falcon, probably my favorite. Okay. I might have skimmed over a few questions, but go ahead and just start popping them out again if you guys would like, because we've got another 10 minutes until 4:30 hits, and we can start this thing. Huh. Would you do a interview pertaining to the voice actors from Brawl later? Um, I guess you're talking about the voice actors from Grand Brawl. Would I do interviews with them? Um, I guess. I mean, if enough people wanted it, then yeah, I would do interviews with them. Yes, that was a fast 20 minutes. How long does it take to make an episode of Grand Brawl? That really depends. Episode 12, if I had just made it straight through, I would expect that one to take me about 3 months to make. If I had just gone straight through and done it. Because it's got a whole lot of crap in it. And that's accounting for Vegas crashes and everything. It should only take me 2 months, but I'm guessing an extra month for all the Vegas crashing and having to recover files and stuff like that. Because it happens a lot. But for, see, the episode 3 remake, I did that in less than a day. Because I didn't use any special hacks. I just filmed the characters and then plopped the clips in. And a lot of it is because I made an audio skeleton beforehand. This is a technique that, as far as I know, Tigera introduced to us. And it's basically where you put all your audio lines in first and make an MP3 of it, and then you listen as you film. And that really helps you get the shots down in your mind. And it took me like 3 hours to film it, another 3 hours to edit it, and then that was it. So it really depends on the nature of the episode and what kind of effects are going into it. What made me want to make Roy the main protagonist of Grand Brawl? It's basically because it was really cool at the time to have Roy in Brawl because there were no hacks. There was just me and my chroma keying. So it was kind of my hook at the time. And I didn't really consider him the main character because, once again, I made the series without really thinking. And he came in the 5th episode. Well, technically the end of the 4th episode, but you know what I mean. And I actually did hold a poll to determine who the main character was, and it was Link and Roy had the highest votes, but Roy won by a landslide. So that's basically the whole reason why Roy is the main character. Do I think it would look better if Grand Brawl was an animated series? Well, let me tell you right now, if I had the resources to make an animated series, I probably wouldn't be doing too much machinima, and I would probably if I were just to directly